So do you ever have a project go completely different way than you thought? Well, here we are. So this is the Woof Woof embossing folder from Krista, and it says Doggone it. And then it's got Doggone it, Doggone it, Doggone it. And it says Happy Birthday to you with a doggy bone. And then inside it says, Sorry, I missed your birthday. So there's a little card there for someone who's a dog fan. And there we go. Can't think of anything else to do with it. I was going to use the embossing thread, but then I remembered that I had a whack of those guys, brads, so I decided to use the brad. And I used the crimping, so I've got that one checked off my list, and I just have to sign it. And don't forget to always sign your cards. Unless it's a really awful card and you don't want anyone to know you made it. Then you don't have to sign it. But there we go. I hope you like it. And doggone it, I missed your birthday. Sorry. Hi, this is Leah. We're working on the dog card. I have two. I just sprayed the other one with a little bit more gold because it was lacking. So this is embroidery floss, $1.99. I got it from one of my local dollar stores. And it has lovely colors. And I'm thinking this would be great for when I have to make tags and attach things. So, let's see. All these colors match really well. But why don't we use a lighter color just to make it stand out a little bit. Let's see here. Never used embroidery floss except to embroider. Years and years and years ago. Come on out. You'd think this would be simple to get out of here, wouldn't you? But no, it cannot be simple. Nothing can be simple for me. Okay, so I took some of I used the corrugators and made these pieces. Let's see here, I like that one. That might be good. The wide one would be good, and then I could attach that to it. And then I think I want to stamp some happy birthdays on something. I may have to pause you guys. Let's see here. I don't have any glasses on. That's always good to discover. There we go. I wanted some paper that had something to do with dogs. Let me just pause you for a sec. So here you can see that I am stamping doggone it, doggone it, doggone it. I wasn't able to find any of the paper that I was looking for, so I had to make my own. And then I wanted to do a tag because the dog ended up on a tag. So I wanted to make a tag that said happy birthday to you so that when we get to the inside of the card, we can see that, oh my goodness, I missed your birthday. Now with this, I did some stamping. I stamped some little dog bones that came with the little doggy. I stamped some dog bones on this one, and then on the other card that I made, I stamped some, I think it was some food dishes. And you'll see it at the very end. You'll see the, if I show it. If I show it, I stamped some food dishes on there because I took a sticker that was a food dish. I only had the one dog bone sticker. Now don't be afraid to make your own paper. It doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, look at this stuff. You can see the dog on it on the blue. It matches. It's kind of fun. And these are the little dog bones. I'm going to cut that out in a tag. It's fun too. Now you may be wondering why I put two stamps, on this little pad. Goodness gracious, stamp block. Do you find when you've got one that your block can rock? Your block can rock. So I put an extra stamp on there at the opposite end so that when I stamp down, I have sure footing. Nothing's rocking or wiggling. Just a little tip I picked up. Can't remember who showed that on their video, but you pick up a whole bunch of stuff watching these videos. And I hope that helps you when you have to stamp randomly by hand. Oh, could use something in there, couldn't we? Just pull those back out again. I've got to clean them again. It'll just wipe off of the sticker that's in there. So I'm not too worried about stamping over that. Don't forget to dip into your sticker hoard. I know you've got one. The dollar store didn't sell stickers. I don't know if we'd buy stickers as much as we do. Okay. I'm going to make a bannery tag out of this, so I'll see you in a bit. Or not. Okay, so now I'm stamping out the little doggies. I had so much trouble with this ink pad. It had exploded, it felt like, inside of its case. I had ink everywhere. But I tried to keep it off my fingers as much as I could while working with it. Do you ever have those moments where just the ink pad just fights against you? Yeah, I was having that day. So I took my paper, I cut it into generally 5.5 by 5.5, and I take the image and I try to get them to fit within the 2.5. You can kind of see it's just a little bit bigger than 2.5, not quite 3 inches high. And then I just keep turning, so that I can get at least 4 images off of this one setup. And he is so cute. I was able to get 2 tags and 2 rectangle squares. I used the Night of Navy. You can see the ink all over the place there. That went with the papers that I had selected to emboss through the embossing folder. And now we're going to get ready to color this sweet little doggy. Doesn't he look like Scamp? Well, I think so. Now, if you've watched any of my videos where I have to color, you'll know that I hate coloring. My hand just goes numb when I hold on to pencils, so it becomes very, very frustrating because I have to stop. So I really don't like to hold on to pencils for very long. What I do here is I take just my regular lead pencil and I scribble kind of on it very gently. I use a cotton swab and I just move it around. If I get out of the line, I don't worry too much because I can just take an eraser and erase it off. That's what I do when I need a gray color. I will oftentimes just color in with the pencil. And I've done a project where I've done the whole flower or something when I've drawn it, colored it and shaded it. And then I'll take my pencil and I'll just go around the outline on the side where the shadow is going to be. And I'll just take my cotton pad and I'll just blur it to make a little bit of some depth, some shadow on the side. It's always fun to play around with the tools that you have, even if it's just a simple pencil and a cotton pad. It really can make a difference when it comes to shadowing. There you can see that I'm bringing out my pencil crayons to try to get some kind of depth here. Like I really hate coloring. Sorry. For those of you who love to color, and there are some people out there that color beautifully. I'm just not one of them. I don't think that this is important. I find messy is still fine. I'm not doing art here. I'm making a card. Let's see, what am I doing now? Oh, giving them something to stand on. Always a good idea not to have your stamped images when they're like people and animals to be just floating around in the air. Trying to decide what to do with this to finish it off. I took some white and went over the eyes and the muzzle of the dog. These gel pens are fantastic. They create a shine that you wouldn't otherwise have. Not like the Wink of Stella, which puts sparkle onto your paper. These create like a glossy shine without having to use your glossy accents. And it dries very quickly, unlike glossy accents. Now, I had seen a video previously, years ago, on doing some cookies and making them look like they were cartoon words like this. So I decided to outline this to make it look more like a cartoon, like a pow or a bam or something like that we see in the older cartoons. And I guess cartoons and comic books. So I thought this guy looked more like a comic book little doggy. Reminds me of Scamp. When I was a little kid, there was a comic book, in the newspaper of a little gray dog, and that's why I picked this little dog and colored him as gray. Now here I'm just doing the second one because I'm making 2 cards today, and he will be Grace, my second card. I didn't show the putting together of the cards because we all know how to put cards together. So I just showed the little bits here and there that was unique to how I was making this card and things that I hadn't previously seen done on all the videos that we've watched. Did you ever see the Scamp cartoon in your, Scamp comic in your Sunday Funnies? It's one of the colored cartoons. Oh goodness, colored comics that we used to see when we were kids. So much fun. It was when I was very young. So we're talking quite a while ago. How old would I be? I think maybe 40 plus years ago is when I used to see him in the comics. Just finishing up with the nose. I left a little tiny bit of the white at the top of the nose to make it look like the nose was shiny. Just taking away some of the little bits that kind of went over. And then adding the pop of color to the Doggone it. I hope that you like these cards that I made. They were fun. This challenge that I set myself with Krista's bag, I really had no idea what was in the bag when I got it. So I originally had thought that I could make 1 card using all of the tools. I didn't realize there were so many embossing folders in there. And there's just no way to make 1 card from all of those embossing folders. That would have been a very ugly card. I'm still pushing through and finishing up some other cards. I will take pictures and post those as I get them done. And those are my 2 little tags, all done. Here we have the lighter blue card, which is the one you just saw me make, with the little bones on it. Very cute. Here's the other one. You can see the little dishes there that I did for the Happy Birthday to You piece. And then I didn't have any more blue, so I used a sand color for that one. And then I stamped the Sorry I Missed Your Birthday with a couple of little things. And then I also added accents to the back of the envelope, dog on it, and to the front of the envelope, a little outline of the doggy. God bless you.